pickers! Today I show you how I created this Mixolydian sweep picking lick. If you want to write licks like this one, stay tuned because I share all my thoughts behind it. As you can see, sweep picking is a perfect technique for playing a lot of notes with less movement in the right hand. The problem with the common sweep picking arpeggios is that they have less character because they only use triads. I wanted to create a sweep picking lick with more Mixolydian character, but how does that work? Let's look into it. My sweep picking lick is in g-mixolydian, that means it uses the notes of the C major scale, but beginning with the G. The difference between the first mode Ionian and the fifth mode Mixolydian is the seventh note in the scale. The regular G major scale uses a major seventh, which is F sharp, and the Mixolydian G scale uses the F, the minor seventh. Because of that fact, the F is a characteristic note we definitely want to use in our sweep picking lick. We also need to include the root note G to define our basis. To give it a happy major sound, we want to use the triads from the G major chord, which are the major third B and the perfect fifth D. To get even more Mixolydian character, we can take a look at the G-Lydian scale, which is a major mode as well. The C-Lydian mode would use a C sharp instead of C. That's reason enough to bring in the C as a characteristic note for Mixolydian as well. Now we have the 5 most characteristic notes for the Mixolydian mode. We don't want to use the A and the E. As you all know, a pentatonic is made out of 5 different notes, so we can create a Mixolydian pentatonic out of that notes by using 2 notes per string. When you play that Mixolydian scale, you can hear the happy character immediately. If you lay out that specific notes a little bit higher on the fretboard, it looks like this. I wanted to create a sweep picking lick which uses 4 strings. To make the lick loopable to a metronome click, I chose the timing of 16th notes. That means we need to fit 16 notes into one bar. Now the creative part begins. Let's do this. The first note should be a G to give a reference point, or let's say a root note, to the listener. I found one on the 5th fret of the D string. Because I wanted to have a constant movement for the right hand, I decided to use that orange marked notes. If there are 2 notes on the same string, we play the second one as a hammer-on. To make the lick longer, I play all the notes on the E string with tapping and legato technique. The blue marked F is the tapped note. The tapped note turns the lick around, and the legato line allows me to bring my pick back into sweep picking position. Now we have 11 notes together. That means we can bring in 5 more notes to get back to the D on the B string. I wrote down the lick with taps for you. So as you can see, we only pick 6 out of 16 notes, which is very comfortable for the right hand. hear, it sounds very Mixolydian and it is loopable. To underline that Mixolydian mode, you can play the lick over a G or even better a G7 chord. When you got the lick under your fingers, it is a lot of fun to play it. I hope you enjoyed the creating process and the thoughts behind the lick, and that you are able to create your own Mixolydian sweeps now. If you like this video, sweep over the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss my next creative exercises.